you're watching Daily News on All News Nigeria. I am Okoyemi Olubimi. Here are the headlines for today. CBN bows to pressure, extends Naira swap deadline. House of Reps rejects Naira extension, vow to arrest Emefiele. Emefiele bluntly replies KANO Governor GANDUJE. Welcome back. Now the news in detail. The Central Bank of Nigeria CBN Governor Godwin Emefiele on Sunday, January 29, bowed to pressure as he extended the deadline for the exchange of old Naira notes for newly designed ones till February 10. The Apex Bank had set the deadline for the old 200 Naira, 500 Naira, and 1,000 Naira for January 31, 2023. But due to the scarcity of the new ones and its attendant effects on the economy, there has been pressure on Emefiele to extend the deadline.
See, we deployed 30,000 super agents nationwide to assist in our cash swap initiative in the hinterlands, rural areas, and regions underserved by banks in the country to ensure that the weak and vulnerable ones amongst us can swap or exchange their old notes. D. We deployed all our staff, particularly those of the grades of assistant director, deputy directors, and directors in Abuja, to proceed to all CBN branches nationwide to join the mass mobilization campaign and monitoring program, working with the deposit money banks, agents, and our branch controllers across the 36 states of the Federation. This is meant to ensure compliance with all our guidelines already issued for smooth implementation of the program. Although we have received some reports of breaches by some bank branches, we have agreed with the executive chairman of the EFCC and ICPC to assist us by sending their staff to all CBN and bank branches.
The National Assembly and several groups and individuals had called for an extension, but Emefiele had been adamant and insisted that there will be no extension. However, Emefiele announced the extension in a statement signed on Sunday.
Based on the foregoing, we have today sought and obtained Mr. President's approval for the following. 1. A 10-day extension of the deadline from January 31, 2023 to February 10, 2023 to allow for collection of more old notes legitimately held by Nigerians and achieve more success in cash swap in our rural areas, in our villages and communities, after which all old notes outside the CBN loses their legal tender.
A 7-day grace period beginning on February 10 to February 17, 2023 has also been approved to enable Nigerians to deposit their old notes at the CBN after the February deadline, when the old currency would cease to be recognized as legal tender. The approval was given after the President's meeting with the Apex Bank's Governor, Mr. Godwin Emefiele, in Buhari's country home in Daura, Katsina State on Sunday. Emefiele briefed correspondents after the meeting, revealing that 75% of the 2.7 trillion naira held outside the banking system has been recovered.
We are happy that so far, the exercise has achieved a success of over 75% of the 2.7 trillion naira held outside the banking system. Nigerians in the rural areas, our villages, the aged and the vulnerable have had the opportunity to swap their old notes, leveraging the Agent Naira Swap Initiative, as well as the CBN Senior Staff Nationwide Sensitization Exercise.
The Nigerian Bar Association (NBA) had called for an urgent review of the Naira redesign policy. The NBA, which raised concerns about current and future challenges surrounding the implementation of the policy, wrote to Emefiele. The NBA, in the letter signed by the body's national president, senior advocate of Nigeria, Yakubu Michael, urged that due considerations and position of the law be followed, insisting that the law allowed Nigerians to redeem their old Naira notes at the CBN even after the January 31, 2023 deadline set by the Apex Bank. The association recalled how a hasty implementation of a similar policy in 1984 by the then military government not only brought huge financial losses for individuals and businesses, but eventually collapsed the economy and led to the tumbling of the administration. Interestingly, the House of Representatives Ad Hoc Committee on the redesign of the 3 Naira notes has rejected the 10 days extension granted by the Central Bank of Nigeria for the swap of old 200 Naira, 500 Naira, and 1,000 Naira banknotes. In a statement on Sunday, the chairman of the committee and the majority leader of the House, Al-Hassan Hadadogua, said the Green Chamber will proceed and sign an arrest warrant to compel the CBN governor, Godwin Emefiele, to appear before the committee. According to him, the new Naira redesign policy is capable of frustrating the forthcoming 2023 general elections. Many Nigerians have lamented the scarcity of new notes as the January 31 deadline approached, while the National Assembly demanded a 6-month extension. Meanwhile, the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, Godwin Emefiele, has said that it does not understand the connection between the Apex Bank's cash swap policy and the security issue being raised by the KANO State Governor, Abdullahi Ganduje. This appears to be a reaction to the statement by Ganduje, where he asked President Muhammadu Buhari to postpone his planned visit to Kano State due to security concerns over the currency swap and hardship caused by the Naira redesign.
Speaking, I think the Kano State Governor is a respected elder statesman in the country, and I would not want to join issues with him. All I'm saying is that we want to remain focused on our assignment.
This was made known on Sunday by Emefiele during a chat with journalists after a meeting with President Buhari in Naira, where he went to seek his approval for the CBN to extend the deadline for swapping of old Naira notes with the redesigned ones from January 31, 2023 to February 10, 2023. Emefiele, who said that he did not want to join issues with the Kano State Governor, noted that he wants to remain focused on his assignment. Recall that Governor Ganduje, in a letter to President Buhari, asked him to postpone his planned visit to Kano State due to security reasons and complaints from locals about the difficulty in obtaining the new Naira note. Buhari was scheduled to visit the state on January 30 and 31 to commission some project executed by the Ganduje administration. The governor was quoted as saying lawmakers from the state, political stakeholders, and the business community agree with the decision to postpone the planned visit.
I have led a powerful delegation from Kano State on the issue of new Naira notes. And we have seen Mr. President. We have laid the complaint of the Kano people, and we are very, very happy. He explained to us, and also he assured us that the time is extended and the quantity of Naira, new Naira, the quantity will increase so that the suffering of the people will be reduced.
However, Ganduje on Sunday ate his own words as he declared that the state government is prepared for President Buhari's visit to the state following the Naira swap extension. That's it on today's news. Join us tomorrow for more news updates. You can also follow us on all social media platforms displayed on the screen. I am Okoyemi Olubimi. Do have a good day.